tomorrow we could see things differently, but the way it's going right now, we better put it on hold. It's your 17th message in 17 minutes. I can't reply no more, my head's not in it. Don't mean to shut you down, but I'ma put down this phone. So patiently, I'm listening. I know that you've been up waiting for me. Alright, I'll tell you. Before you go lay down, unlock the door. As soon as I get home, I'll be all yours. Let me come inside, and we can reconcile. All night, all night, all night. Let me come inside, and we can reconcile. All night, all night, all night. I can break it down to the beat. One heartbeat between you and me. Make you forget a better me. Remember how sweet this love can be. I can break it down to the beat. One heartbeat between you and me. Make you forget a better me. Remember how sweet this love can be.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the third NA show match for today. My name is Fairytale, and I'm joined here by Penguin God. And today we have a match between Fairytale Gaming, Barnyard Brawlers. Yeah, they do have that win streak going already. You see the Talia ban throwing some respect towards Kebab as he was 19-2 last game. Yeah, he was definitely popping up and he's doing a really good job of propelling his team towards their victory. So now that his Akali's banned away, we will see if he's able to do the same thing this time.
It kills me to see the timer going down to single digits when we've already done all this in pro drafts. So, hey, people, ban faster. Thank you.
And in case you guys were wondering, for the last minute and a half, Penguin's mic has been muted, and that's why he hasn't been talking in typical Penguin fashion.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there from Team Fairytale Gaming. You're gonna be seeing the Akali, Aatrox, and Alistar bans. Well, those weren't their real bans. They really banned Threshjin and Nivea, but they're electing to do all A bans. And then the enemy team banned away, obviously, the Talia, Orianna, Syndra.
Oh.
Hey, we got a remake. What's that old saying? It wouldn't be a Learning 5 show match without a remake?
It wouldn't be a Learning 5 show match weekend without something fucking up.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, so we do have a bit of a mishap, but we're gonna get right back into the swing of things in just a second.
Yep, we will be getting in right quick. Here we go. They're gonna pick faster.
Right now.
I yelled at them to pick faster, so they're gonna pick faster.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
You think so, but you never know. All right, hey, we're getting there. All right, so, uh, okay, that was okay. That was actually banned. I didn't look at the pro draft before I looked anyway. So we're gonna see what's going on here. We're gonna pretend the last minute or so didn't happen. So, the Talia ban coming out makes sense. Kebab kind of went off on that pick, and yeah, that's totally solid ban against this player. He did really well. He kind of went
What is
ham.
that accent?
I don't know, dude. I'm tired. Um, and so yeah, we see that it's pretty crazy what's going on in this game. The Nivea ban,
It's
they don't.
literally the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to make it sound cool. Nyx Nivea was really good. I think that's kind of why they banned it out from that first game. But Nuts is going to be hovering this Ornn. We know for sure they pick it, and I wish they'd pick faster because I told them to. And so, if I see the pick timer going into single digits, I'm gonna slap someone. The Aurelia pickup is
But
great.
regardless, yeah, you see in the top lane, we're gonna have an Ornn versus an Aurelia. Uh, this is gonna be a strange matchup to say the least,
Hmm.
because you have a traditional lane bully. That's Ornn, who's going up against more of a an engage heavy type champion. And I'm not really sure who has the advantage per se in this matchup. Really, I think that Ornn, just because of his health and his base damages with his abilities, would be able to prevail in this situation.
Hmm.
So really, the Alchemist is in a bit of a tight spot. A champion that normally relies on getting kills in lane won't be able to get kills in lane, and might even be potentially be susceptible to getting killed uh, itself.
Yeah, and this the thing that I find most interesting so far in this game is the Rengar versus Hecarim. That's kind of like an old like season 5 matchup where it was like you just kind of pick these two, and Hecarim was like still low on the tier list, so Rengar
Yeah.
was pretty high up there. He would just that in the age of one-shotting. But in the bot lane, we see Crimson Jordan on the Misfortune again, and Crimson Josh on the Morgana. That's been banned out from him for the past couple of games, and so we'll see him grab that here. But Lucian Tom Kench, Tom Kench is like I have a long rant about Tom Kench. Uh,
Let's hear
essentially,
it.
I'm gonna TLDR it for everyone because we don't have time for it. But I think it's very bad for the game to have a champion who has a extended range ability that essentially gets your allies out of trouble for free on someone who is already tanky and can get even tankier. It doesn't seem like the best thing when your Lucian gets Morgana binded, and that can be completely nullified by just getting eaten and walking away. Because your Tahm Kench can stand like 100 and 200 units behind you and just eat you every time you mess up. And that seems really annoying to me. It doesn't. It allows bad players to be bad, and it makes good players absolutely bonkers. And uh, it's not the best thing for League of Legends as an environment. But anyway, that's the TLDR of my rant. So, the one thing that I find really interesting
That
is
being,
the damage coming out from Barnyard Brawlers is pretty low. If Gallia builds AP, it'll be okay, but like Lucian, late game damage is not on the strong side. Aurelia's damage is okay as well. That being said, the front line for Fairytale Gaming is literally just the Ornn, and that's gonna be it. And the beefy line, the beefy like front and mid line for Barnyard Brawlers isn't gonna be able to be one shot by Rengar pretty easily. I will point out though that Lucian's just gonna die to Rengar quite often, and so we'll have to see how
yeah,
the four-man group of the rest of Barnyard Brawlers plays this game after they get their Lucian killed over and over again.
I mean, yeah, you with the short range ADC like Lucian, you are definitely opening yourself up to to a lot of damage. But you do have a lot of tankiness on the side of Team Barnyard Brawlers. So they might be able to just stand in front of their Lucian and just keep him alive for that entire time.
Hmm.
But with champions like Misfortune or Malzahar, you're able to get into the back lane or into the back line without actually going into the back line. Um, so I think Totally Not Joey is going to have a bit of a difficult job uh, to be able to space his attacks correctly and to not be running into the enemies the way that Lucian wants to a whole lot.
Yeah, Lucian kind of wants to just skirmish around fights, but I'm not sure that's going to be very possible with Malzahar, Rengar, or Morgana. That being said, uh, we haven't talked about this Hecarim pick very much, and that is kind of like the most unique pick in this game. Hecarim really just wants to like speed in from the side and get a good flank off and try and kill a squishy, kind of like Rengar wants to do, but it's a little easier to stop. So if Crimson Josh can hit those bindings on Hecarim, then it's possible that he can just get stopped in this game. But other than that, I'm not sure how well it's going to do. Malzahar's Spell Shield is going to help him a lot as well. But that being said, we'll have to see in about a minute or so.
Yeah, I think that this is definitely going to be excuse me. This is definitely going to be a very interesting game to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third NA show match of the day featuring Team Fairytale Gaming and Team Barnyard Brawlers. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here by Penguin God. And let's just get right into introducing the teams. On the blue side, you have Team Fairytale Gaming with Nuts on Ornn in the top lane, Kebab 1337 on Rengar in the jungle, Min Min Kin Kim on Malzahar in the mid lane, Crimson Jordan on Misfortune in the ADC position. And joining him will be Crimson Josh on Morgana in the support position. We seem to have a bit of an invade going on right now.
It's possible,
Very
yeah.
strong level 1 on the side of Team Fairytale Gaming. Let's see.
trying to get the intro in pretty quick for red side. Barnyard Brawlers. Never mind, they're gonna.
Oh, that thought Crimson Josh leading the charge. The Q
Ooh.
not gonna connect onto strong strategy.
There goes
Unlooked.
There goes that good level 1. So, Barnyard
Yeah.
Brawlers fighting off that invade pretty easily, and Barnyard Brawlers are the Alchemist in the top lane, Turtle Recall as a sub in the jungle. I'm gonna call him Nick in the mid lane, totally not Joey in the bot lane, supported by strong strategy.
You know, I think that actually might be Joey.
You know,
I'm not sure though.
he says it's totally not Joey, and you know what? I trust him. I trust him.
Yeah, you're right. I think we'll just take it.
Like people
Anyways.
people just can't lie on their usernames. You know, it's just not a cool thing to do. So if he says his name is totally not Joey, I believe him.
Yeah, we'll take his word.
Yeah.
Anyways, you see both junglers starting at their respective red buffs. And nothing really shocking going on in anybody's builds so far. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, that's nothing really
Nice Q.
nothing really crazy starting out here. I will point out that sometimes Lucians might start Doran's shield if they're in a very poke heavy matchup, which they kind of are.
Yeah.
And so taking the Doran's blade is okay because I think he expects to auto attack a lot. But wow, this mid lane, a lot of damage coming out onto
Holy
Nick.
cow. Yeah, Nick gets just destroyed. Oh man, those banners. Gotta love them. You know, I would have liked it more had Totally Not Joey opted for a Doran shield, simply for the fact that, you know, he is against a lot of poke. Misfortune is able to bounce Qs off of minions, which can do a lot of chunk damage. And a Morgana player should be focused on getting the Tormented Soil whenever possible on the enemy ADC and support. Not only stacking up the support item, but also getting that healing and getting that presumably mana flow band stacked as well.
Yep. I don't know. It's hard to really say right now with the way the lanes are going. It's super early. It's only 3 minutes into the game, but the Alchemist taking a lot of damage in the top lane. Didn't really trade. I think he auto-attacked some minions there. Kind of a mistake on him, but I will point out one really cool thing in this game that I've noticed is that the Lucian skin, the new High Noon Lucian, but in the mid lane.
Gotta love it. Oh wait.
Two ships
Friendly
in the night.
jungler.
Two ships in the night. That's what's happening there.
2 ships in the.
Fun fact about that, I was actually. Oh, never mind.
Oh, the Alchemist getting knocked up by Nuts. A lot of damage laid down. Nuts flashing forward underneath the tower. The Alchemist barely getting out after using Flash of Stone.
That was actually a super solid play from the Aurelia because she gave herself that damage resistance right when the auto attack was going in, and it forced. He still had to flash out, but he probably would have died to the auto attack there if he hadn't used that damage resistance. So, really well played by him. And other than that, pretty solid.
Absolutely. And obviously, it's not optimal for either of these top laners to lose their flash. But if you are able to get that pressure off onto the opposing top laner, and even deny them some CS when you're already ahead, that's really beneficial. And it's potentially worth the flash.
So I will mention that Nick did take the Aftershock instead of something like the Comet. I see a lot of Gallios take Comet for damage to try and get some poke off in the lane because they realize that they're going to be tanky enough as it is. They don't really need that extra bit of tankiness, but it's still worthwhile to get, honestly. It's still something that you can use and still something you're going to get off, but I prefer Comet, especially for laning phase, but that's just me. I am also a gold player and not the best, so don't always take my word for it.
Yeah, and Aftershock can be very beneficial, especially in late game. You know, once you're able to get those big knockups, then the damage really could start to, and that's what you want as a Galio player. You want to get the knockups, and that'll combo into a ton of damage from your team. And I guess time will tell if Team Barnyard Brawlers is able to get that damage from those engages. They don't have a big Q from Crimson Jordan. Not going to be enough to kill. Very close, though.
The flow of Lucian's cape is really cool.
Yeah, that's such a beautifully designed skin.
That's one of those skins. That's one of those like pay to win up with a good computer skins because like your frame rate is gonna drop if you see that skin and you don't have a good computer. Like,
Yeah.
it's super cool, but like, oh boy, that's a frame rate killer right there.
So worth. Oh, strong strategy gets hit with Q. Here's a problem that I'd like to discuss with Morgana. You just run out of mana so quickly in the early game. Uh, often when you play Morgana, you want to be able to opt into buying the fairy charms and getting that extra mana regeneration. And it is included in the Frostfang build,
Hmm.
but it's really tough because your abilities use so much mana in the early game,
Yeah,
especially if you're spamming them. Um, getting as much pressure as you can off. So it's just really tough as Morgana player. Um, but it does seem like Crimson Josh has been doing a good job getting pressure onto Totally Not Joey, especially a champion like Lucian, who is pretty easy to, predict where he's going. Crimson Josh has been doing a pretty good job. Bill Nick is going to be your fine Nick is going to be engaging in the mid lane. Nothing's going to come out of it, but nice
Rengar
little bit of action.
Rengar is spotted in the bot lane, but not a lot of action going on in this game. There's just a little skirmishes in the bot lane, about 300 gold lead for, excuse me, the Fairytale games, and so the one thing I'd like to mention is that I've been saying that a lot lately because I am working on 3 brain cells right now, still waking up. The Hecarim usually does pretty well in the early game for the gank, especially with like Predator boots and just the E in general. But you haven't
Right.
seen him try anything at all. Maybe because wow, maybe because he's a sub. He may not
Yeah.
have the synergy with the team. That's one thing about using substitutes in games like this is, especially for the jungle position, you really need to have at least some base sense of synergy where you talk to them a little bit before the game starts and you say, hey, you're playing this, great, cool, this is where we like you to go, and try and look for this and try and look for that. This is what our other jungler did. See what you can do. If not, that's okay, we'll adapt to you. Doesn't seem like any
Right.
of that happened before the game right now.
Yeah, Turtle Recall is just going around the map clearing his camp, which, I mean,
the
obviously it's
worst
going to
thing.
work. He's going to get gold, but,
Yeah.
it's not the most beneficial. He's not funneling resources into any of his lanes, and he's not developing leads for any of his lanes. Oh, Crimson Josh
Ooh,
caught
bot
out
lane.
a bit. Forced to use his ultimate. Stopwatch not available, and First Blood goes to strong strategy. But Crimson Jordan does pick up a return kill on a Totally Not Joey. And looks to be chasing down strong strategy, but you're going to be seeing the shield coming in. I lied. Strong strategy doesn't even need it. So 1-for-1 trade, but ultimately, I think Team Totally Not Joey got First Blood. Yeah, he did.
Strong got the first
Or
blood
strong
there,
strategy.
but Strong got the first blood there, but Joey kind of sat in that bullet time there. But the top lane engage.
Ooh, ultimate coming out
Oh.
from Nuts onto the Alchemist. The flash prediction. Nuts will actually pick up
Oh.
a kill on. Oh, Min Min Kin Kim picks up the kill onto the Alchemist. That's
Nuts
really unfortunate
Nuts
by Nick.
Nuts canceled 2 auto attacks.
Yeah, that's
Pretty bad.
unlucky.
That's a feels bad, man. Right? You just cancel 2 auto attacks and force yourself to give it over to.
Josh getting rooted up in the mid lane. Or no, that's Nick getting rooted up in the mid lane.
Boy.
But I'd like to take a minute. Nick is so far behind now.
Yeah, he's
right
already
now there's a
20
gold differential
CS.
of 600 gold in favor of Min Min.
Ooh, boy.
They're doing a great job. The Hecarim
Oh,
engaged.
boy, hello.
Crimson Josh
Oh,
gets
my God.
one shot. And then the engage from Nick comes in as well. Big ultimate forcing the flash out of Kebab. Now Nick looking for a bit of an engage on a Min Min Kim.
Yeah, he's already pretty tanky at this point. You saw that gank with the Rengar and Morgana come in, it didn't really do a lot of damage. Now you're seeing
Yeah.
the Infernal Drake trying to be taken here, but they're not entirely sure if they want to do it or not. And that's what's
Turtle
scary.
Recall not super high on health, might be forced to back off.
Yeah. This is where Blue Side says thank you for the leash, but we're not going to take it. We're just going to let it happen. Rengar does aggro the dragon with the
Tiamat.
Tiamat. Thank you. The Tiamat procs there. I was like literally just about to say it. God damn. So yeah, the dragon not being taken because Turtle Recall was really low. Not able to do pretty much anything right now, but he did get the kill onto the Morgana, and that was really great for him. Getting kills on Hecarim essentially means that he can one-shot
Crimson Josh
pretty much anyone. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage.
getting
Oh
the
my god.
Q. Big damage onto Totally Not Joey. He will be surviving very low underneath his tower. Crimson Jordan may just look for the ulti. Josh throwing out another Q, but it won't connect.
He does have that cutlass, so he is able to lifesteal a little bit, but he has to
Yeah.
stand still to auto attack, and that means that Morgana can just W
Yeah.
in that area and do a good bit of damage.
Rangar coming in for the lane gank.
That sick lane gank. He's coming in.
Totally Not Joey, very far back. This might not be the most successful attempt that you're going to see all day.
Yeah, now he's at basically full health, so the mana
Yeah.
really low for Nuts here.
And now Nuts in a bad spot. Call of the Forge God coming in. The Alchemist looking for the fight, still getting knocked up. But Nuts, not a lot of health remaining, but the Alchemist cannot follow as he's running out of health and gets knocked up. Totally Not Joey. Gonna get engaged on by Kebab. And then the slow and the spell shield coming in as well. The flash as well. Totally Not Joey gets eaten up by strong strategy, using a strong strategy, and will walk away without any kills going over the side of Team Fairytale Gaming.
Yep, but the Hecarim is here to support, and that's what I'm talking about. Strong strategies. He eats him up, even though he should have died there. Great champion all around.
The Alchemist getting engaged on Minmin Kimkin gets the ultimate. Nuts getting the damage off and the kill.
Easy.
Really not much he could have done. And now Turtle Recall looking for Kebab. The ultimate comes through.
Goodbye.
And that's going to be a free kill for Team Barnyard Brawlers.
Two kills for Total Recall already. I was mentioning it that Hecarim can do a lot with kills, but he's already got 2, and he's pretty far ahead, and he needs to be able to use those properly, but he has to have synergy with his team to do so. He does go in,
Yeah,
but
the
he's going to get
Ignite
killed.
goes through and strong strategy saying not today. And Turtle Recall will live to see
I
another
hate
minion wave spawn.
I hate this champion so much.
That back is so cool!
It is.
Wow.
That was a really cool recall. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Tom Kench. Total Recall should have been dead there. Like, absolutely. He stayed.
yeah.
He stayed way too long. There was no reason for him to be there. But because Tom Kench exists as the champion, he gets off scot free. It's great. Totally a great thing for League of Legends to have.
Yeah, I think generally against Tom Kench, it's really tough to play. A good strategy that I've seen, people just play around him and just split push. They know they're not going to be able to get kills. But I mean, Fairytale Gaming doesn't have that option, as they don't have any super strong split push champions. So they're going to be forced into team fights. And that's really where strong strategy excels. He's able to be at the front line. But anyways, Minmin Kim getting engaged on, going to flash away and survive.
Yep, just flashing away from Total Recall. Total Recall doesn't have his Triforce finish yet. When he does that, that's going to be a really big power spike for him. So watch out for that when that happens. It's going to be pretty quick
Josh
here.
flashing, getting the ultimate onto Totally Not Joey, and strong strategies nowhere to be found. The damage comes through, and Crimson Jordan picks up the kill.
You see, the one thing about Tom Kench is, like, you have to be there to eat your allies.
Yeah.
If you're hitting a ward in the Dragon Pit, you kind of can't eat anyone. So that's
Yeah.
the one kicker there.
Great engage by Crimson Jordan and Josh. They know that the support isn't there. They spot him out, and they're able to take engage. Weird engage going on in the top lane. Nuts getting a fair bit of damage and using ults on the Alchemist. That's got to be frustrating. And then the Dragon may soon be started by Team Fairytale Gaming. The Turtle Recall looking for Crimson Josh, but his
Oh, there
engage
it is.
attempt is stuffed out by the QW from Crimson Josh.
See, that's one thing that I didn't mention in Champ Select was that Crimson Jaws can just binding the Hecarim if Hecarim's running straight at him, and then he just doesn't do anything. He loses his E, he loses his Predator, and that's over. But the top
Nuts
lane,
underneath tower, going to get taken down by the Alchemist. Went a little too deep and paid the ultimate price for it.
Yep.
And now you see Nick going in, getting the taunt onto Crimson Jordan, and then Crimson Josh with the QW. Gotta love Morgana.
There's honestly just like a
Dragon
lot of
is being taken right now by Kebab. The engage coming in from Nick, and then blue
Wait.
team does take the Dragon. Kebab gets the smite off, but now Team Backyard Brawlers are looking for the engage. Crimson Josh so low, Totally Not Joy gets the kill, and now Kebab on the backside looking for Totally Not Joy. The damage goes through, and Totally Not
oh
Joy
my God.
actually does after getting a kill, and then You see in the mid lane, Min Min Kim Kim getting a kill on some strong strategy, and then Crimson Jordan looking for by Nick getting damaged just enough, and now Min Min Kim Kim picks up a double kill, and the Alchemist trying to get in on the damage a little too late to the party. Crimson Jordan may be looking for something more nuts. Not going to be able to follow the Alchemist as he takes the blast cone away.
And see, that was one thing I was mentioning, that the team fight coming out from Fairytale Gaming is just straight up better. They have
nothing there.
That's the clincher right there. So yeah, that was just like a front-to-back team fight where Nuts wasn't there, so you couldn't tank. But you saw Kebab go in and almost kill Totally Not Joy. It was essentially a one hit that allowed Crimson Jordan to go and grab the kill. But that was what I was talking about, where the Rengar is just going to go in and try and kill the Lucian and ignore everyone else. If he kills the Lucian, his job's done. That's all he cares about. And so the fight there goes in favor of Team Fairytale Gaming. So very well played by them.
Yeah, absolutely. If they're able to execute more fights like that, then really the game isn't going to be too much of a challenge for them. But you see Nuts getting caught out, getting a nice dash, but will it be enough to escape? The answer is maybe, as he drags the Alchemist into the Rift Herald pit with him. But he still has a bit of running to do. Sees another Blast Cone and takes it, taking the Alchemist with him yet again. The ultimate is cast by the Alchemist, and now Nuts is disarmed. Teleport coming in from Min Min Kim Kim. The Alchemist might have bitten off more than he can chew, but Strong Strategy doesn't think so. Call the Forge God coming in does not gets slow and the knock up onto the Alchemist. Strong Strategy, Min Min Kim Kim. A lot of damage and picks up a kill onto the Alchemist. Now Kebab gets a kill onto Turtle Recall. Strong Strategy is running for his life as Nuts is on the chase, and Kebab and Min Min Kim Kim are short to follow, and Min Min Kim Kim picks up the kill. 3-0 in favor of Fairytale Gaming. They're going to be able to take this Rift Herald with no contest. Nick is walking up, but really, he's not going to be able to do anything. His best bet is to just clear some minion waves and get some tower pressure, but he can't even do that, and the ultimate is used by Totally Not Joey in the bottom lane, trying to get some minion clear, and he does, but, obviously uses his ultimate, and now the second tower of the game is going to go down to Team Fairytale Game.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, a little delay.
So Min Min Kim Kim is 5-0-3 on this Malzahar. Now, a fed Malzahar is one of the most terrifying things in League of Legends. He just one-shots pretty much anyone that comes his way, and that is ridiculously scary, especially going into 20 minutes. The turret does go down. They barely don't save it. I think the one minion got the last hit on it. So, this Malzahar is going to be like the focus point for Fairytale Gaming. They have a 5-0-3. He's going to be able to one-shot people. He's got 2 items and tier 2 boots. So, Crimson Josh grabs the binding.
No. UW coming in and Strong Strategy, taking Totally Not Joey out of harm's way. Yikes.
Yep. That's the thing. That's the thing that Riot made.
Gotta say, the Tom Kench pick is really saving Totally Not Joey and even Turtle Recall from a lot more unfortunate situations that would have ended in a lot more kills for Fairytale Game so far. But he can't save himself. Crimson, Josh, and Kebab are on him. Strong Strategy gets taken down by Crimson Jordan. Now a 5v4 situation to defend this tier 2 mid tower. Will Fairytale Gaming be able to take this? You see the engage going in from Nick, but there's no backup. But Nuts comes in and the damage is huge. Call the Forge God going through. Turtle Recall is on Crimson Jordan like white on rice. And now, oh my gosh, Totally Not Joey gets flashed on and taken down. And then Min Min Kim Kim is killed pretty low, but then the damage goes through. And then Team Fairytale Gaming gets an ace. And they're going to get the tower as the cherry on top.
And Baron is up and about right now, and they aren't going to take it because they're really low, but they do grab that inner tower. They do get so much, a lot of cooldowns. I don't know. I feel like it's just the hesitation from Turtle Recall. He's playing a champion that is literally just his entire thing is I go in and I do damage because I went in. And he's not doing the whole go in thing. Not until he's already lost the fight. But they are going to grab this top inner as well, so that's going to be really good for them. A lot of gold. I think they're going to get it. They don't quite get it. Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's
that's unlucky.
let's check that out. That's it.
But really, it's not too big of a deal for them. They're 8,000 gold ahead. Min Min Kim Kim gets flashed on by Totally Not Joey, who's gonna pick up his third kill of the
Oh.
game.
Whoops. I was looking at the tower health when you. Anyway, Min Min Kim Kim does get killed. Runes his perfect score, and 26 HP on that top tower. That's like one auto attack from someone.
Yeah, really, anybody could take it down.
That's a
And
stiff
I'm sure it will
breeze.
fall eventually. Yeah. Baron Vision getting cleared by Team Fairytale Gaming. That's really important at this stage in the game. Team Fairytale Gaming, 8,000 or 7,000 gold ahead. You know, they need to start getting Baron Vision control. If they're able to, they are able to take Baron right now. But if they're able to do so without Barnyard Brawlers even noticing, then that's just a huge plus for them. And it's exactly like what they're doing right now with the Mountain. You know, Barnyard Brawlers doesn't have any vision because they can't get in. And because of that, Fairytale Gaming gets a free dragon.
Yep, they grab Mountain Drake for themselves, even more damage neutral objectives, and they do enough as it is. So, oh my god, Nick
Nuts
is not a good
and
spot.
Josh are onto Nick, but he gets a knock up onto Nuts, but Kebab is around the corner. Nick flashes out, but Kebab is on a rampage, and on the flip side, Turtle Recall picks up a kill for himself. Crimson Josh uses stopwatch without getting the ultimate off first. Flashes out, double kill for Turtle Recall, looking for the triple. Crimson Josh gets the root, but the ultimate is still cast by the Alchemist. Now Kebab is getting chased down by Strong Strategy. Turtle Recall going in. The damage is so strong. Triple kill for Turtle Recall, and that's going to be a 4-for-1. And now the suppression, Min Min Kim Kim not in a good spot. Everybody piles onto him. And eventually he will get taken down, and that's going to be the ace. Oh, no. Turtle Recall falls from the grave. That will be the ace by Team Barnyard Brawlers, even though they were so far behind. And this ace helps alleviate some of that gold pressure that they had been losing. Very nice play.
But that fight was so extended, they aren't really able to get anything else from it other than the kills. All the turrets are still up, and with not even a lot of damage on them. So, it's a one fight. Yes, it's great, and they do get some kills and some money in their back pocket. Turtle Recall is now 6-3-3, but aside from that, they aren't going to get a lot from it. They get some vision control back. Nick does get that ward he was trying to get earlier, so I guess it's something. But other than that, not a whole lot happens from that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's something. I think that's all there is to be said. I think Barnyard Brawlers proved to themselves that even though they're pretty far behind, they are still able to win significant team fights, and that's going to be really helpful for them in the future. You know, even if they are behind, they still do have the ability to win big. But not if their mid laner dies, and that seems to be what's going to happen. Nick in a terrible spot. The ultimate cast by Min Min Kim Kim, and Nick just gets deleted by the Bob and Min Min Kim company.
And Nick looks like he's tankier than he really is, especially if he doesn't get Aftershock. He's only tanky during that W and when Aftershock happens, so he is tanky for a good window, but he's going for that damage build. He's already got a Roa, he's looking for a Banshee's Veil next, and that's going to be the hard part, is he's not going to be very tanky. He's just going to have a lot of damage. Oh,
Ooh, Turtle Recall finding the enemy bot lane before he finds them, and Crimson Jordan picks up a free kill.
Yeah, that it was just him walking through a jungle where he had no business being. You gotta give up your jungle at that point when you're this far behind, and just accept that you're the only way you're gonna get money is through kills. Pretty tough to get money when the enemy is taking all your jungles. So typical game.
Yeah, it is
overall.
really difficult. Oh, the ultimate, or not the ultimate, Q cast by Josh. Not a ton of damage, but that's always something that Team Barnyard Brawlers has to watch out for, is the constant threat of the CC from Team Fairytale Gaming.
Oh, that.
Oh, totally not Joey.
He just
The Q
watched
barely
that.
missing.
He watched
Yeah.
that binding as it swooshed by his face.
Matrix bullets.
What a man.
Oh, there's the turret going down.
There it goes. He goes
Yeah,
in, he goes in backdoor it, and he penguin dabs for me. So thank you, Min Min Kim Kim, for that one.
Gotta love it. A bit of a reset coming in from both teams as we're in the neutral state, but neither team has the resources nor the minion positioning or really anything to pull the trigger on a team. or even take Baron.
Mhm.
So it's kind of awkward. Both teams are just kind of watching each other do things without doing anything to each other.
Yeah, I feel like Fairytale Gaming is going to try and pressure Baron at this point, considering the wave's going to be pushing out, except for that mid lane. They are
Yeah,
going
you see
to.
the on my way pings.
Yep,
Vision is starting to be cleared.
they do try and go for that, and they are going to hit it. They do have the Mountain and an Infernal, and the Dragon's not coming up for another 2 minutes, so it is the only objective on the map. There is a recall coming out for a teleport
Teleport
coming out.
in. Let's see if Team Barnyard Brawlers can do anything. The Blast Cone is taken, and Team
Fairytale Gaming are forced off, but Baron's still active. But the ultimate coming in from Crimson Jordan, the damage, the Alchemist gets taken down, and then Crimson Josh goes gold, and then everybody's letting go. The damage suppression is huge. The damage is there. Nick dies, and everybody dies. That's an ace
That's
by
an ace.
Fairytale Gaming. And the teleport goes in from Min Min Kim Kim, and everybody except for Nuts is on the map for Team Fairytale Gaming. Let's see what they're able to do with that huge team fight win. You see everybody kind of rotating to the top lane, maybe looking to take this inhib. You have around 15 seconds before anybody significant comes up on the enemy team, and they will have the damage and they will have the minions too to be able to take that first inhibitor. But not much else is Aurelia. Tom Kench will be alive.
Yeah, I'd like to point out at that point that Crimson Jordan had was really late to that party. He literally just walked up there, realized that they had taken the inhib without him, and then walked away. He could have been pushing that mid lane and potentially getting that mid lane tower, that mid lane wave to the tower, so his team could take it right after the inhib. But decides to try and rotate with his team, but nothing comes of it. So. Yeah, just one inhib, and I've always said this: if you are forced to lose an inhib, the one that you would always choose to lose is that top lane. That provides the closest route to clear that wave and then go for Baron. It's the closest one to much of the action. Mid lane you don't want pushed in a lot because it provides the quickest route to the Nexus, and bot lane is just so far away from everything that you don't want the inhib going down there, so that you can be able to rotate faster. So of all the lanes that you want your inhib going down, and it's kind of top lane, but of course you'd prefer not to have an inhib go down at all.
Yeah, generally that's the best option.
Yeah.
Totally Not Joey getting knocked up by Nuts, Call of the Forge shot coming out slow. Then the knockup shortly after. Totally Not Joey with a nice flash, but Kebab raised him like a book and gets that was his 5th kill of the game. But even then, it's still Rengar. He's got so much damage. And now Team Fairytale Gaming seems to start rotating towards Baron. Barnyard Brawlers don't really have any reason to be able to contest this. They might just have to let this fall.
Yeah, there's almost no way they can test this. I don't even think Turtle Recall can ult in and grab this. He's only on like an item and a half, plus his jungle item. So this is a Baron going over, and at this point they just need a 1-3 or a 4-1.
Alchemist.
Oh
Oh my
god.
gosh, Nuts still able to 1v1. The Alchemist flash forward. Nuts picking up another kill.
Has to feel
That's
bad.
gotta hurt.
It's just stay. Yeah, you have a giant minion wave there. Just stay and let the Baron buff take it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Stall for your team to
But
get
even then, that's such a heartbreaker for the Alchemist. You're getting, as a damage champion, you're getting beaten by a tank.
there. Yeah.
But speaking of getting beat by a tank, Nuts taking a lot of damage from Nick, and then Totally Not Joey joins in on the fight, and Nuts will eventually fall to him. Totally Not Joey getting a bit more gold, but now you see the Crimson Josh and Kebab in the mid lane, maybe looking for this middle tower and inhibitor.
Yeah, he did stay a little bit too long there, but yeah, this mid lane tower is going to be the next focus here. A lot of damage.
Ooh,
Come on,
damage,
going in.
yeah, the ultimate coming in from Turtle Recall. Black Shield wasn't cast soon enough, so the CC reduction, or rather negation, wasn't there. But the inhibitor will be taken. And then Team Fairytale Gaming, I think they should start marching towards the Nexus, as they do have the damage to.
But they are just going to tink up this tower because it's really low because of those
Yeah,
minions.
Crimson Jordan's tanking it for some reason. That's not really the person you want to be tanking.
Yeah,
But whatever works.
it's like it's one of those things where like you know that you can just tank that tower easily, like if you want to take it really quickly, but your team is just like humming on about it, and you're just like, nope, I'm gonna tank it, and my team's gonna follow me because that's what happens.
Right.
You just kind of
Yeah,
you just kind of pull the trigger because otherwise nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I think that would have been a much more beneficial situation. Oh, Min Min Kim Kim in a bad spot, or maybe in a great spot. Nick in a terrible spot for sure. Oh no, I'm lagging out. Penguin cast.
Oh, Min Kim Kim taking out Nick in this fight. The Lucian gonna get a lot of damage on the Kim Kim, but the inhib goes down during that relay going down. The bullet time gonna get a lot of damage, but misses halfway through. Total Recall is taken out by the Malzahar. Nexus gonna be the focus at this point. Crimson Jordan gonna hit that over and over again until it goes down, and Team Fairytale Gaming gets a 3-0 on the day.
Wow, very successful run for them today. Not dropping a single game in 3 best-of-1 series. Well played overall to them, gotta say.
Like, pretty good for them. And that being said, that's going to be it for today. But tomorrow we have 3 EU matches earlier in the day before the NALCS finals. So make sure to tune into that, and then you can watch those before the finals. So make sure you check that out. And so with that, any closing thoughts from you, Potato?
Yeah, I got a couple. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to our game today. Make sure you go down below into our Twitch description. You can check out some program information, check out the YouTube, where sometimes we have highlights videos uploaded. We also have a Twitter and Facebook, so you can follow us on either of those platforms. Join our Discord, as it is the life and blood of this program. And also make sure if you play Heroes of the Storm, you can go and check out the Heroes of the Storm Learning 5's Discord, where there is an active community of Heroes of the Storm players that want to improve just like you. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, you can find me on Twitter at SirPotatoIX, or you can find Penguin at Twitter at PenguinGodLol. And that'll be it for us. So thank you so much for coming out, and have a good night.